Hello, and welcome back to the Practical Magic campaign. This is episode 2, recapping what happened last time. We met our 4 soon-to-be adventurers as they were living their lives in the regular world. Initially, we met Francesca, or Fran, who is an activist and is a volunteer at the animal shelter. We met Marlin, who was or is still a deli owner slash worker. We met Rory, who is I wouldn't say struggling, but doing their best college student. And then finally, we met Emiliano Salenti, who is a professor at the university. These characters all had dramatic experiences, passed out, and woke up in a strange land where they started to deal with the issues of having different races around, different types of people, and right when they were getting some new clothes on and heading over to the inn to try to center themselves and figure out what's going on, they heard a threatening, huh? From down the road, and a little pitter-patter of feet as the Gamblesnach started running down the street at them. And we're coming back as this threat approaches. Alright, so as this is happening, you hear the little slap, 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 slap of like this little flipper feet on cobblestone. Leading in front of the Gamblesnach is this merchant's cart. It's going dun 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 down the thing. Right when it gets past you, the wheel kind of catches on a rock and out spills a car. Luckily, this merchant's cart was full of weapons. So, as you stand there and this cart just kind of spills over and weapons just start flying out, what would call to each of your characters? As in, what do you currently have equipped on your character sheet?
I have quarterstaff, so
Yep.
if there's one of those, big old stick.
So Marlon, this staff, almost calls out to you. You can almost smell the deli on this. It smells a little bit like kind of like deli meat, and you're just like, that one's for me. And you pick that up, and as you grip it, it's almost like it feels familiar in a strange way, and you feel like kind of your hand fits right around it.
Like a stick of salami.
Right?
Sorry.
Marlon and his meat stick.
That big old meaty stick.
At least it's not meat.
Meat rod?
Meat rope,
Meat rope.
from another series.
Meat.
Alright, what else have we gotten from the conveniently placed weapon cart? While we figure that out, Francesca, what would you have picked up from the cart? What calls to you?
Well, I'd probably look around and I'd be like, okay, so if it's poisonous, poisonous animals don't want to be close to them, so I need something long range.
Slap.
And I'm gonna grab a bow, and then I'm be like, but if it's not, and I gotta get it like a hook at a snake, I want something that's almost stick-like. There's a sword that looks short, like me.
So as you kind of take the bow, your body and muscles, like, you almost have like a slight tinge of muscle memory. Even though you've never really shot a bow, it almost feels, you kind of know what you're doing, and your fingers kind of start assembling the pieces you need, almost instinctually. Right? Emiliano?
I don't like conflict when it's close by, but it's always necessary to have something, so I grab one of the knives off the ground, and I see a really cool crossbow, and I took a history class once, I'm like, I think I can shoot that.
Yeah. And then as you pick up these weapons and your heart rate's kind of picking up, you kind of feel this weird, like, it doesn't feel like blood's pumping through your body, but something different, just energy in a way that's not normal, but still feels almost natural.
Yeah, I look down, the snake tattoos are moving.
Yeah. And then, Rory, if you want to...
So, above board, forgot to text you on if we were going to have Rory, because I have martial weapons and simple weapons as, like, proficiencies.
Yeah, so you can just pick up anything that fits that category, and we can add it to your sheet if you haven't added it, and that's fine, too.
Yeah, would just be a dagger. Like, I don't know how to use any of these.
Yeah.
I think I can stab something. Probably can do that decently well, so I'll probably just grab a dagger and, like, hope that I don't have to do anything.
Alright, and then if you just want to add that, you can add that to your character sheet, just simple dagger, and then go from there. And then, as we're now equipped, you hear the merchant, if you can stop that thing, you can keep whatever you grab! Oh my god, now you guys have weapons. And then on that, we'll roll initiative.
Oh my god. Hiya.
Right?
Fuck!
Can't wait to do it with my -2 initiative.
What was
So
my bonus?
excited.
Do I have a bonus?
Oh,
for
that's
this?
not bad.
Don't think so. Okay, so
Marlon,
Oh, I got a
for me?
19.
I was like, is anyone in the 25 to 20 range?
No.
I was like, I don't know how big I don't think our bonuses. I don't think anyone has a super high dex. Okay, 20 to 15,
16.
16. So that's Fran. Anyone get higher than 16?
Rory at 19.
Rory. All right. 15 to 10.
14.
14. Marlon. What did you say? You got a 14?
Yeah.
Okay, and then so that means, and then. All right, and then.
That means what?
Emiliano.
6.
6. Okay.
Started off strong.
Tail. All right, so that means up first is actually Rory on Barbarian.
Oh yeah. So not related to me being a barbarian, since I'm a wood elf. I think I'm gonna try to dive behind this cart and hide.
Okay.
So I've never tried to hide before. This is a new thing. Do I roll a stealth check?
Yeah, you would roll a stealth check, and then you can add your stealth, and then on the creature's turn, if it wants to find you, I can roll a perception check.
That'll be a 17.
17, so I'll just note that so I have it. 17 stealth. Alright, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
The only other thing I could do for like a bonus action is rage, and I don't want to do
Not
that
yet.
yet. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch and be like, I don't want to be here right now.
And I'll actually, just because it might inform your next turn, I'll roll and see what it gets. No, it gets 7. So no, it does not see you. Alright. So then next up is Fran.
How far away am I from this thing?
I would say right now it's about 40 feet away. Just out of some people's melee. Or the range. But you can move 10 feet closer and then be within 30 feet of it if that's your range of some stuff. So yeah, you could attack it with the longbow.
I'm gonna say, feels right. I'm gonna try to attack it with my longbow.
Alright.
13.
13 hits.
Give me my D8.
Come on, baby.
8 damage.
8 damage. Alright. You kind of like the arrow kind of crosses, just skids along the wing, and it goes. Aah! It makes like a, I don't know, that might have cut out a little bit, but it kind of, and then its head kind of whips to you. Its long neck, just like the head kind of trailing behind, whips up and looks at you.
And be like, huh. But also, is this awakening something in me?
Hunter. All right. Next up would be Marlin.
Wait. So wait, it's just kind of in front of us now?
Yeah, it's
And, like,
40
kind of
feet
in a-
away from you guys. You guys are in like a
Yeah.
clump, and it's like 40 feet away.
Oh. I guess, the weapons cart that just, dumped in front of us. What other weapons were there?
There's regular daggers, short swords, a giant long
there-
sword.
Are there, like, what is it? Where is it? Warhammers or something?
I would say there's like little hammers, but there's not like
Warhammers?
a war hammer. No, there's like
Okay.
little like swinging hammers.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what to do. I'm not really sure what to do with my...
I mean, you
Character.
have like your cantrip that's 60 feet, that can do some acid
But do I
damage.
know that I can do magic? That's what I was wondering.
It's the same thing as Emiliano. Like, as you're kind of like, I'm assuming, I mean, well, realistically, would Marlon feel nervous right now? Or does he not give a crap?
He's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so as that adrenaline starts, his old, decrepit heart beats a little faster, and you feel this, like, warmth in your body, like if you've had one too many to drink, but without the delusion and the impairment of it, but you just feel warmer, and like you see kind of like energy, almost like greenish
Okay.
energy kind of crackle at your fingertips for a second and then fade away. But if you think to control it, you could probably try to do something with that.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna, I guess. Marlon looks at that and he goes, roast duck would be nice in the deli. I think I want to cast Burning Hand.
It's a 15-foot. You'd have to move
Move
way
closer?
closer to it. Yeah, because you're
Okay.
40 feet away. You could get within 15 by using all of your movement to get up there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 25 feet.
Okay. So then, yeah, you could get
So-
right within 15 of it.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of hobble up, 'cause I don't think Marlon can run. He kind of old man jogs.
With the with the staff.
And he feels the power of the oven.
Yeah.
And I guess he just kind of like holds his hands out and okay, how do I do this? What do I roll? 3d6?
So it's 3d6, and I have to roll a dex save for the creature. So you can, because it's going to do half either way, so you can start rolling those d6. So it got a 4, so it probably fails.
It definitely fails.
Yeah, okay. So I see on my screen, I see like on the right it says 12 save DC,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and
so
in the
yeah,
middle it says like +4 spell attack. On the
Yeah.
left it says +2 modifier.
Yep.
Correct.
So this is you're using, because I'm saving against it, you would use your save DC. The creature
Okay.
rolled a 4, so it takes full damage. So you can roll your 3d6 and it'll take the full damage from it.
Okay, find my D6.
And next
Here,
to the
1,
spell you
2.
cast, it'll also say like Wiz 14 or Dex 14 and
So
or 12.
that's why I have
does?
everyone's character sheets up, so that way I
Oh,
can
Dex
tell
12.
that. Yeah, so it's a dexterity saving throw, which is what I made.
Okay. 6, 12, 18.
Perfect
Three
damage.
sixes?
I just rolled 3 6s.
Oh my god.
I'm not even kidding.
Alright.
It's just that easy. Give it a level up now.
Christ. So you see the creature goes from being fairly okay to hanging on by a thread as this like fire comes out of this old man, and he's just holding his hands out like "Arr!" And then the fire just starts coming out of him, and the Gamblesnach screeches "Arr!" And you hear one more as a
Shit.
second one that was following it. It was lagging a little behind. So you see, it looks like the people before managed to wound this one, and it's not looking as well. It's kind of limping along, which is why it was slower. So this one doesn't seem like it's at full health, but it's definitely not. Still now back up. But for reference, the first one's on 1 hit point.
Great.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And the second one I would say is pretty close to bloodied, but not at 1 hit point. So next up, the first one gets to go, and I gotta roll for Goose B. Now that it's getting here, it gets a 9. So I think it actually goes right after this, but I'll have it wait a turn. Goose B. Why is my iPad not working? But what it's gonna do is Marlon just fucking cooked its ass. So it's gonna
Gross duck.
take its head, and it kind of like swings its head around with its loose neck and slams its head into Marlon. I'm going to roll to hit you,
Great.
but I think I probably will.
Please.
Your AC is garbage. 15 plus. 15
Yeah.
plus 18. All right. so
Yeah.
it does 1d4
Ouch.
plus 1, so 4 damage. you take.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 plus 1. Let's say you're fine. But it takes its head and it slams its skull, it's bludgeoning damage. It slams its skull into yours. And then right when it slams its skull into yours, as it pulls away, it locks eyes with you. And its eyes kind of flash. Can you make a Constitution saving throw? DC 11.
At this point, has the Gamblesnach run to where like we all are, or
It is now-
did Marlin run up to it?
Marlin's 25 feet in front of you guys, and they're face to face.
It's a Constitution saving.
Yeah, DC 11.
I understand. 8.
Okay, you are frightened of the Gamblesnach. You kind of look, and its beady little goose-like eyes are just staring at you. So that means you have to use, when your turn comes around, if this creature is still in your field of view, you have disadvantage on all attacks if you're attacking, and you have to use your movement to go away from it. You can't get any closer to it. So if you want to move, you have to
Sounds like a
move away
plan.
from it. Yeah. Alrighty. And that is that. And then the second one, for its turn, it's going to dash and then and get closer. So it's now probably 10 feet behind the initial one that's really wounded. And now we are on Salenti.
Great. How wide is the street, and are there like people watching?
It's probably like 15 feet across because we had a 15-foot cone, and I don't want to catch any buildings on fire, so I would say it's about 15 feet across. And there are people around, yeah, but they're kind of like getting behind the weapon cart and they're clearing out, but they haven't had enough time to like fully clear out.
Perfect. I'm gonna go on top of the cart. Oh, Pops, you don't want to do that. And I'm going to mirthful leap closer. Oh, I rolled max, so I jump quite a distance, and I already have a high movement speed, so I can get close to Pop. And as I'm going, I take out my pistol, aim it at the Gamblesnach as the muzzle lights red, and I cast Firebolt.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cook the boost.
That's a 20 total.
One bad hits.
And he had 1 health, so 3 damage should take it down.
And then you take it out. So as you kind of do it, it catches it and it just slightly alights, and you just smell a little bit of cooked meat. Similar to chicken, but just not right. And the first one and falls. So now there's just the second one.
Yeah, so
Right.
I land near Pops, run up, and like try to shake him. Like, are you okay? Marlin, you good?
One of that duck.
And you're no longer frightened, Marlin, because it is now dead.
Well,
One of that duck from my deli.
besides its rubber neck, it should still be fairly tasty. And that's where I'm going to end my turn, is kind of being in front of Marlin for the second one.
Alright. So now we are back to the top with Rory. You heard a kind of like this. If you haven't been watching, you've heard a blast of fire, you've heard a gun-type sound with more fire, you've heard the screeching monster, and a thump.
Okay, at this point, I've probably took the second to like eye some of the weapons that are like eye level as I'm crouching underneath the cart. I'm gonna grab a longsword.
Okay.
Because now I'm taller. I'm not 5'4", so I
Oh.
am tall enough now to carry one. Even though in my mind I'm like, that's the same height as me. But I'm gonna just kind of slowly crawl out, and as soon as I see Emiliano standing next to Pop looking kind of dazed, I'm just be like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna run up next to.
And they're
Let's
10
see, how
feet
far-
away from
yeah.
the second one. So they're 25 feet in front of you, so it's 35
Mhm.
feet to the next one.
Perfect. And I have 35 feet of movement.
There you go. So you can actually
So
get
I
up in
guess
its
I'll
face.
just run up to it, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know how to do this, and I'm just gonna try to wail on him with the long sword, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
both hand it because
Okay. Just kind of like a...
oh shit, I got a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit. AC's 11.
And I rolled 13 points of damage.
Alright. It is still up.
Oh, this
but it
looks
is-
weird when I don't have a virtual tabletop up. The numbers pop up funny.
And then as you kind of cut through it, like you realize that like you managed to strike it perfectly, and you would think the initial impact would like knock the sword out of your hands, but your hands managed to stay gripped and keep cutting through. And then as soon as you cut through, you realize you just like cut through a monster with a giant sword, and that kind of hits you for a second. That you're up close and looking at it.
I'm kind of just like,
yep.
the fuck just like I'm fucked.
And then
'Cause
now
I
we
can't
are
move anymore.
back to Fran.
I'm gonna turn, be like, well, that was kind of fun last time. Oh, look, another one! And go for a longbow shot. Fran's an enigma.
Yeah,
Gonna be a dirty 20.
that hits. I don't think you cannot kill it.
And that is a 12 damage.
Yep, it had 2 health. I should have had like 6 of them come out. I was like, what is gonna be so hard? And then I was like, okay. But yeah, no. You full on like the arrow goes right through its like limp neck and it goes and then it's down. And kind of you see these 2 just laying there, and it looks like as of right now there are no more that are coming. That was it. Easy. Kind of get used to combat. And especially because you now have all done weird things and have realized that you have innate understanding of things that you have never done before. The merchants kind of crawl out from under the cart and they're like, is it dead?
There's an arrow in a neck, I think so.
Okay, good, because those things, they got those long necks and they swing them around, and I just can't with those. And what did you say? What a long sword? That's not that bad. You guys can keep all that, and then can you just help me get the cart back up?
I think I can help.
Can I keep a second short sword if we do?
I mean, if you can help lift it.
Nah, I got this shit.
So I would say if you want to give Rory the help action,
Yeah.
Rory, you can make just a general strength check to lift the cart. I'll put that like a DC like 12.
Can I potentially do an athletics check for this instead of a straight
Well, it's a strength
roll?
check. So you just have like your normal +3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to get
it's
the
not-
extra +2.
Nah, we're doing a strength check.
Good thing I had the help action, so that's gonna be a
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Yeah, so then you right the cart. Francesca, you're a little, like, you get it, you realize, like, you only able to push it so high, and then you can't push any higher than that because you're so close to the ground, so then, Rory, you get it the rest of the way up. Or Francesca gives you a little boost in the beginning. He's like,
Francesca
"Oh."
can put the wheel on for me.
Yeah. And then he's like, okay, yeah, keep the sword, and keep the bodies. He can tell he is like afraid of these geese. This man has an irrational fear of these geese. Or Gamblesnach.
Hey, sir, have you ever eaten one of these before?
I don't think I can.
What do they taste like?
I don't want to know.
You think it's edible?
Kind of looks at it.
You wanna sell it? I wanna slice it and sell it.
Are you a butcher?
Yes. You could call me that.
Oh, then here, you can take this. He rumbles to the cart. Gets like a giant butcher knife on the cart. And then, so now I just want the image of Marlon with a butcher knife. Yeah, and then he's like, oh, okay, I gotta keep going. I've got the next town over, and keeps looking at those damn Gamblesnatches. He's not like being around them. Look.
One more thing.
Yes?
Yeah, you got a cigar in there, you got a pipe.
No, I actually quit. It was really damaging to my lungs and my family. They kind of staged a little intervention, and they really told me they wanted me to be
I
around
don't
for a
want
long
to hear
time.
it. Thanks. Goodbye.
And he takes off the cart, back down the road. You see kind of random people are looking out of their windows. It seems like it's not uncommon that random things just wander into this town and need to be killed. So there are people who kind of just kept going about their daily business while these things were around, because like they're just birds. It's not that bad. But you do see the inn. The door kind of opens for the inn, and then there's people kind of like heading back inside after coming out to look at the spectacle. And you guys are now standing there, and yeah, and Marlon, you just got a little bit of a headache from when it bonked you on the head. But definitely,
You did a
if
headache.
it was a dream, you took a lot. It was very painful for a dream, and you didn't wake up when you took that much damage. But yeah. It's still like around dusk time too. The sun's just beginning to start to set. People are coming around, kind of like lighting little lanterns in the street, and you see sometimes they're able to actually kind of like push a little bit of magic, a little bit of flame into some of these lanterns. People are kind of like helping out and lighting. It's like a community effort.
I go over to one of the people lighting one of the lamps. So they called these things Gamblesnach. Are they edible? Are they a herd animal? Where do they kind of sit for this community?
Honestly, they just show up. We don't know exactly what they do on their downtime. They are edible, just in small quantities. And it has to be, it's like, you have to get the right cut of it, and if you don't eat from the neck up, he gives you this whole thing. But it's like, it seems like if you kind of like get the right parts, think of like, again, in our world it'd be equivalent to almost like a sushi type thing. Like you have to do it just right to make it edible, but it's not an aquatic animal, but it's a land animal that has like a issue where you could kind of hurt yourself if you get bad meat from it. But it is edible.
Oh, well, I definitely appreciate the information, seeing as I have someone that is a somewhat professional chef in the crew that I'm with.
Oh. Well, you could go talk to the tavern keep over there. They might be looking for someone to get in the kitchen.
Potentially. Would they be okay with us bringing in 2 bodies?
The geese, not people.
Yes, the geese.
I keep calling them geese because now I have in my head I have them written down as geese. I mean, if you give them to them for free, they might let you bring them in.
I definitely appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
I just let them get back to what they're doing and grab one by the neck and just kind of start dragging it to try and get it behind the inn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of just stand aside, still probably like holding the longsword, still a little shocked, but I'm gonna kind of just watch and do a quick like body scan of Emiliano and everyone just to make sure they're not injured, and kind of seeing Pop be a little dazed. I'm just gonna kind of walk over. You doing okay, Pop?
Yeah, I'm thinking about how to cut up this duck.
Would you
The
like me to
teacher
go?
guy went that way. We should follow him with this one.
Well, after that kind of hit, I think you deserve a cigar. Maybe we can find one later.
Yeah, that would help with the headache I got.
Alright, and then as you're kind of looking, the old drumstick bar kind of sitting there. Tavern. Feels warm inside, and you kind of hear the bustling of like the day's kind of ending for people. They're going out for their nightly drink. And you've kind of spent, at this point, between getting here, shopping, and the little combat, I would say you've probably been here about like 3-ish, maybe 4-ish hours total. Between trying on clothes, getting them done, like that takes, and getting some things adjusted, that takes some time. I would say you've been here for about 3-4 hours, and now we're getting closer to evening time. You have,
Would
yeah.
you say that on the cart there would have been things to like hang our weapons on, like if they had like little belt things or something to carry the sword on?
I mean, this like they would have all been in their like selling state, so it would have had like the sheath around it, and you would have had to take it out to use it. So they would, if you took that, it would have been there. You'd be able to kind of keep your weapons on you because now you got free weapons and a
Well,
free meat stick.
I go up with Francesca to the bar. All right, so this is definitely a interesting place.
I hop up on a stool to see.
Behind the bar, you see this kind of like, she's like not big, but she's like curvy, this half-orc woman, long black hair, kind of just like quickly making drinks, getting food from the kitchen. She has like a little window. She turns around. Oh, Demis, how are you?
Hi.
Oh, wait, I don't recognize you. Where are you from?
Ohio.
Far away.
Ohio? What the fuck? Where's
Tiny-
that?
This is a very tiny town, north of west of here, and then you go over that bridge, and then you gotta go east for about 3 miles, and it's hidden back in a cove.
But she kind of goes, like she looks at you. She kind of like, have you had anything to drink already?
No, not yet. Although, well, use a drink.
Right, well, I haven't heard of no Ohio around here, but I can get you a drink. You killed them damn Gamblesnach. They keep just wandering in, and they don't really terrorize anyone. They just kind of swing their heads around and cause a ruckus. But we can get you something to drink. Let's nice big tuda, nice big thank you for everyone.
Listen, I love animals. Don't get me wrong. But we have those back where I'm back in my town, and my grandma used to call them geese.
Yes.
And they are the unholy spawn of some deity out there, and they deserve no mercy.
You're yanking my leg. That's a funny name for those things. Those
Um,
Gamblesnatches.
I know, my grandma was a little bit kooky. Do you guys also serve like bread and cheese?
We do bread, cheese, meats, all sorts of things. I can get you a charcuterie board.
Yes, I know that they're usually for one person, but could I get one entirely to myself?
Well, for you, I could make a small one for a small lass.
Well, I was gonna give some to a little friend.
Okay. So one charcuterie board. What kind of ale?
I'm not familiar. What do you recommend? And Francesca's just blushing at this big, tall woman, being just a
Like,
little lady up. I'm
6'5".
like,
She's pretty tall.
I'm gonna
Well,
scale that mountain.
they all
oh
got
yeah.
fun names. We have the grass's roots, the pig's milk, and she goes through like these random ass drinks names.
But
I
what's
could just
your
give you the
favorite?
house. Oh, my favorite. Oh goodness. I quite like the witch's tit. My own
Then-
little recipe.
Then I'll take you a big glass of your finest witch's tit.
Alrighty. For the rest of you.
I go and I grab a table for us. I guess like, is there like
Yeah.
a fireplace or a hearth or something?
Yeah, there could be like a little fireplace going.
All right, I'm gonna go over and kind of like save some seats.
Okay.
I'll have a wine if that's an option.
A wine, easy. Red or white.
Either one, to surprise me.
Either. I could mix them together, make something fun.
I don't think we should do that.
Okie dokie, anything for you. So she probably gives you a red because it's easier to not have things that are chilled. Just like a nice red wine. Pinot Noir, maybe. Any food?
No, I think I'm going to drink this and then go to sleep to wake up from all this.
She kind of pats you on the back. You're quite a big boy yourself. Look at you, all nice and big.
Yeah, it should be a interesting time trying to go to sleep, having knees facing this direction. Do you know if the inn has housing?
Yeah, we have housing. It's like 1 silver a night per room.
We don't really have money at the moment, per se.
You have Gamblesnach?
Yeah, we do. We have 2 of them
She
brought out
eyes-
back.
Yeah, she eyes them. Well, I think I could get something out of them if you trade me both of them, and I could offer you lodging for at least a few days. That's lots of meat for free.
Yeah, how big are the rooms? How many people can fit in just one
2
room?
beds per room.
Great. So
Floor space for others.
yeah, so we'll probably
Or you
need
can all
2
cozy
rooms.
up and have nice slumber party.
Hmm. I think I'm fine with getting 2 rooms.
Okay. I could maybe do 1 room per Gamblesnach. You drive a hard bargain. Alright, so she hands you your wine, sends you off. Anything for you, lass? Tall, lass? Oh, not tall. About eye level. A little less than eye level.
You have beer here?
No.
Ja?
Do you have wine?
Ja?
Just like side eyeing Emiliano.
Oh,
I'll
wait.
take-
How old are you?
I'm just sitting there.
24.
Oh, you're like 12 years over the limit. Oh, you're good to go.
I'll have a wine, please.
All right, she gets you like a nice like honey wine. It's pretty sweet because she can tell you're nervous about it. But like that's the thing. As crazy as she is, you can tell if you don't know what you want. She is pretty good at reading people, so she probably gets you like a nice kind of honey wine, and, like a mead type thing. All right,
I'll just take it and give like a little sly smile and just take a sip of it.
be
You can
careful.
tell it is not the first time that she has had alcohol.
All right, and for you, little mister.
I want 2 things, but first, I gotta tell you, you're a very beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
You're very, green.
Oh, like
But,
the color of fresh moss, I've heard.
Okay. Yes. Alright. Listen, I want 2 things. First, I wanna cut up that duck.
Well, I mean, there's very specific ways to handle the Gamblesnach. We'd have to teach you, but you could come back with me and learn.
You know where I'm from, a very talented, butcher.
Ah,
And, I would love to know the ways.
yeah, I could show you how to handle your Gamblesnach.
I bet you can show me many ways to handle a Gamblesnach.
She's looking at you. What's the
I can't.
matter? Don't be
Okay, I'm
intimidated.
not
I'm a
laughing.
big
I'm not
monkey.
laughing. I'm not laughing. My character's not laughing. I'm laughing. It's different. It's different. Okay. And the second thing, I don't want to drink. I just want to smoke. Please.
Oh, what kind of smoke?
Like a pipe, a cigar, something.
She kind of
Nothing
rustles.
crazy.
Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh, hold on. You know, I get up to some fun things. She goes around. Don't know if I could have something maybe brought in tomorrow. I have to meet with some people, get some things. I don't keep that stuff on standby.
If you could do that for me, I'd
Yeah,
appreciate it very much.
I could probably have something. I could schedule a meeting for tomorrow.
He's like
afternoon.
nodding, like,
Do the pickup.
please,
Yeah,
please.
Ja. So where do you want to come back and do Gamblesnach after you eat?
Yeah. What are you serving?
Well, that'll be Gamblesnach. But before that, we have meat, random like little poultry type meats. We got cheeses from the goats in the back. We have what else do we have? We have nice goat cheese
You
from the
you
goats in
got
the
a
back.
stew?
So we got potato stew. It's extra.
I'll take
chunky.
a smoking hot bowl of your potato stew.
Oh, yes, you will. So she goes in the back. Oh, you want it extra chunky or medium chunky? Extra chunky? Absolutely, honey. I'll go get that for you right now. You go join your
Thank
little
you.
friends. And
I
maybe I'll
will.
come by later for some stories from this Ohio.
Looking forward to seeing you again, madam.
I might just
I'm
skip.
gonna go.
Yep.
Okay,
And
I
she
gotta
goes
go.
off to start getting the soups and the stews and everything.
Did we get her name?
Nope. You didn't
No.
ask. No one asked.
Don't worry about it.
What an opener.
I can't breathe. My face hurts from laughing.
The only name we need to know is Mommy.
And like she's not overtly sexual, she's just a very friendly woman. Like she's super friendly and just like happy to be around people. She's very happy with her job. Right, and then
Great.
kind of like the food slowly comes out, she's talking to other people, you see her like just she makes her rounds, she's very social. But yeah, you guys are kind of sitting by the hearth for a moment. You have some time to look at your new weapons, kind of anyone who casts any magic, your adrenaline's finally starting to come down a little bit, so that dull feeling of energy is fading slightly as you kind of like let your adrenaline calm down. Yeah, you have some time. It'll be a while before the rooms. They have to get them all cleaned up. People go up there, do some crazy things.
Oh god.
Probably not that crazy.
Yeah.
What could possibly be crazier than being in such a strange magical place?
She
What I was
passes-
talking about.
as you ask what could be stranger, she just kind of goes by. You just hear like passing by. Oh, some crazy ochis. Could be some ochis. You never know. That's it. Then she goes back in the kitchen.
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. Did you say orgies?
Absolutely.
No, Amelia, I'm just kind of sitting there by the fire at this little seating area. What was I doing before all this happened? I was just sitting there. Going through homework. Like, he's just like completely ignoring everyone.
The stew is very good. It's very hearty. As you kind of eat it. Do you have dentures, Marlon?
No,
No, he still has all his
I
teeth.
do not.
Yeah,
I
so it's
still
still-
not all of my teeth,
Okay.
but I still have teeth.
It's very soft and it's good. It's very
Mm.
nice. And again, like it's reminiscent of things you've had from like the normal plane and world, but there's that slight fantastical quality to it that makes it taste just slightly almost better and just slightly more interesting.
So I'm eating it, and in between bites, I go, I don't care where I am as long as I'm away from my wife. This is delicious. This is better than anything she could have ever made for me.
And she's still alive. The last few times I've gone to the deli shop, I haven't heard her, at least.
Unfortunately. Actually, you are fortunate if you have not heard her.
I guess to each their own. For marriage
When we were all like
purposes.
looking at each other, because I had seen Francesca a few times, but I don't know if if you ever introduced yourself. So like while they're talking, I'll just kind of like sit awkwardly next to Fran and be like, "Hi," I guess.
Hi. Weird day, am I right? And I'm just gonna be like slowly or not even like eating various cheese and meats, but for every bite I take, I put one in a little napkin that I have. So it's like I eat a piece, napkin, piece, nap.
Why are you putting it in a napkin?
For later.
Pocket snack.
Pocket snack. Exactly. Pocket snack. I'm sorry, what weird that I've got other people in this dreamlike death state. Maybe it's purgatory. I don't know. What's your name?
I'm Rory.
Oh, nice to meet you. Good to not be in hell by myself. I'm Francesca. I hope you can't hear my dogs barking like maniacs.
We can.
God.
More.
Yeah, I'm starting to think it might be purgatory.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dogs just running around outside. I wonder if they're gonna eat some of the other gamble snatchers around.
Pocket snacks.
Oh, pocket snacks. Yes, yes, yes.
Asking names.
And awkwardly trying to socialize.
And I'm just like, so, what brings you here? You have a good death? Yeah, you have a fun time? She's a little socially awkward. Maybe a little
I'm just gonna kind of like
hyper-focused.
turn my head and be like, I thought I was. How you doing, Pop Pop?
What? I don't know what you kids are talking about. My wife's not here. This must be heaven. And I like this. I've never done this before. I had fire coming out of my hands.
Yeah, it's almost like Gandalf.
Who?
Who's that?
I mean, we're coming from the real
I don't
world.
want to watch them kids' movies. I read books.
Don't slander Tolkien like that. Just like I look immensely offended, like you're like if Gandalf and Gimli had a baby.
Who's Gimli? Ah. You silly kids and your cartoons. When I was a kid, I watched Tom and Jerry.
You had a TV back when you were a kid.
Yes, that was rude. As someone who orders by frickin' locks on rye regularly, you're kind of judging an old man.
Oh.
No, you're a professor at the university.
I am, yes. And you're not old enough to be drinking.
You're not my mom.
Yes, but I'm still a reasonable adult. So if you want to hand that over, that'd be really convenient for just everyone in general.
Absolutely, just down the rest of it in one gulp.
I cast Charm Person.
Holy shit! What's the
So
save
Wisdom
for it?
12.
And does he intend to do this, or is he?
No,
just
this is
willing
completely by accident. This is him just being
willing
like, you
something to
should be
happen."
doing this because it's the
And-
right thing to do, Charm Person.
So as you kind of have these strong feelings of thinking you want this to happen, that same, again, your heart kind of picks up a little bit, and you feel as you, what was the exact thing you kind of said right before you said it?
It's like, you shouldn't be drinking this, hand it over.
As you all hear the hand it over, there's like a more of a weight to the words coming out of Emiliano, and you guys kind of feel the slight pressure that happens.
And like he
as
starts
says it.
reaching his hand out and accidentally like. So would this happen kind of before I like go to,
Yeah.
like drink?
That's like what you all kind of feel, that slight pressure shift as he accidentally cast the spell. And then did you save or not?
I got an 11, so just below. So with Charm Person, is it specifically like whatever like the handed over would be like the
It's not
kind of like a
command.
command spell would be, or just like
I think it just makes you less like hostile.
Yeah.
And
Charmed sees me as a friendly acquaintance. Yeah.
and when it ends,
oh
you know.
wait,
Yes.
But,
I have advantage against being charmed. Hold on, let me roll with advantage.
From being an elf.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 19. So I just,
So-
I, like, you can see a moment of hesitation. Like, I'm gonna stop. I, like, squint my eyes at you a little bit and finish the rest of it.
And Emiliano, you feel that weight hit like a wall, and Rory, you feel Emiliano's words almost press into your mind slightly. It's very a strange feeling, but you again kind of like steel yourself and are able to resist that compulsion to calm down and to be chilled out from this.
And I'm just gonna, like, kind
But
of
you know
feeling that
something
when
happened.
I finish it, I'm gonna slam the glass on the table. Don't you ever pull that shit again.
I'm just trying to have a conversation, Rory.
A conversation.
You guys have an interesting relationship. Is that your dad?
No. I would have had to been 15 to be
Hey,
Rory's father.
It
you never
happens.
know.
It does happen.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, but
People get around.
no, I am not. Just call it up to a tenuous teacher-student dynamic for now.
Is that like a sex thing?
No.
Is that legal?
I'm a professor and they're a student, so there is a little bit of a power dynamic.
And I'm a milkman.
And I cut meat.
As Pop
All of this is going over my head for the most part.
As Pop says, I cut meat, the barmaid comes back out. The Gamblesnach is ready. I've got it in back all prepped. I've also got 2 room keys for you all. They're right upstairs. 2nd door and 3rd door on the left.
I want this dream to be over. Takes a key and just storms off. Gallops off, even.
Well, ladies, I'm gonna go cut meat with this beautiful woman.
Can I
What's your
roll
name,
like
beautiful woman?
an insight? Oh, sorry.
Vicaria, what's yours?
You can call me Pop Pop.
Pop. What do you pop?
Don't know how to answer that. I would like to cut meat now.
Okay, do you bring your own knife or do you need one provided?
I have a I have a knife right here.
Oh, a man who comes prepared. Hard to find that. And she kind of takes you back, and then can you? I gotta think what I want this to be.
Performance.
No, it's not gonna be a
Yes.
performance. Can you
Survival.
roll a general nature check to see kind of
Nature.
like how you take her knowledge to avoid the parts of this creature that aren't edible and could hurt you?
I roll.
You have a +2.
Oh, natural 20 plus 2, baby.
On
You
fire
managed
Yo,
to
tonight.
Pop Pop the
cut
Riz.
the thinnest, like,
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
slices. Like, you make it exact, like, deli cut slices, and she's
Oh.
like, oh, I've never seen such skill with a blade before. Oh my goodness. Would you be willing to sell some of this back to me? I could make some killer sandwiches.
Yeah. As long as we get to stay here for a while, you can have as much as you want. And I'll cut
Absolutely.
anything else for you. Cheese. I do bagels.
Bagels?
It's like a round piece of bread with a hole in the middle.
What happens with the hole? Where does it go?
The other side. It's like a ring. It's like a bread ring, and you slice it in half, and you put cheese on it, spreadable cheese, and meats.
It's
You
small
make
little dainty snack.
sandwiches.
A ring? Like small, like a finger ring. Yep, Harvard. That was not meant to be sexual. That was her thinking literally you meant like a ring.
See that he goes auga.
Do you get in this Ohio? Do we use the bagels for proposals of marriage?
No, you eat them.
Oh,
They taste very good.
edible jewelry. Fancy place, this Ohio.
I
but yeah,
can
so you-
we can bring you there sometime. Give you some bagels.
I would have to find someone to cover the tavern, but traveling could be fun. And then you can add 5 pounds of fine cut Gamblesnach to your inventory, and she keeps the remaining. But she'll let you have 5 pounds, so you have
That's a lot.
that's a lot,
of meat.
but it won't keep for too long. But yeah, you find some way to refrigerate that, but there's no way to do that. But yeah. But yeah, you have
Thanks.
5 pounds of meat to do with as you wish. And then she goes, well, you can go back up to your rooms. I gave both the keys to your companions, so I don't know exactly how you're going to get it. Maybe just knock, knock, knock. But I'm going to start getting ready for the closing stuff of the
Oh, yeah.
It's so nice to meet you, Mr. Marlin. Oh my goodness.
I know the drill. I'll let you do your thing. Have a good night.
I go like
I'll
bobble
see
up
you
the
bright and
stairs.
early in the morning.
Or what?
Breakfast!
Oh.
Full shift running a tavern. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
What? All right, madam. See you in the morning.
Pleasant dreams. And yeah, then she lets you kind of go upstairs. And is there anything else we need, like, you guys kind of want to do for, how we split the rooms? Because you have 2 rooms.
I guess boys and girls.
Which is really conforming.
No purple.
Before going up to the room, can I just kind of slip out the front door for a sec
Uh-huh.
and go around kind of the side of the building to where I potentially heard those dogs or other small animals?
Yeah. Are you trying to find them?
Well, I'm gonna see if there's any out there, like in one of the alleyways.
Can you roll me a perception check?
15.
15. You see some tracks. You can kind of follow them, and they don't lead that far. Maybe like a few streets over, but you find 2 dogs that are kind of just like digging through the dumpster, looking for food. They look a little hungry. They're kind of skinny.
And that's when I bring out my napkin with my food.
They kind of, and their heads whip over to you.
And I kind of just like put it in 2 little piles, like far enough away from one another, so that way they won't fight over it. And I just say, I'm like, here you go, friends.
And then if you want to roll an animal handling check, and because you're kind of like being gentle with them already, you can do it with advantage. Because you've been planning this out all night, so
I have.
so that's why I was like, you've had time to kind of consider.
How's a 24 looking?
24. These dogs kind of sense your energy and trust you, and they walk right up and they eat everything, and then they sit there kind of expectantly waiting for a little more.
Let me see what I got on me. No, I was singing Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes in my head while I was doing that. Just need people to know.
So was I.
Thank you. Because do we have, like, equipment on us?
You just have what you took from the cart, and then what you would have had from the tavern food-wise.
Okay, so I don't have any more, but, like, maybe tomorrow I can bring you some.
They go, "Oh." They seem a little sad, but they understand, and they kind of just, like, make their way off. But you think they'll be back, because you were, 24?
Yeah.
You think you should, and when did you tell them, tomorrow morning? Or did you say
I just said
tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
they'll come back probably bright and early. And they'll probably see them again. All right.
I sneak back and I go up to the room.
As you pass by Bub's room, you smell just meat from this 5 pounds of meat that he does have in there.
What the? Did you already set up shop?
You have to knock on the door. The door is closed. You can smell it
Oh.
through the closed door.
Yeah, come in.
No.
How can I help you?
You setting up shop?
No, I'm going to sleep.
Why you got so much meat in your room?
The beautiful green woman showed me
Oh.
how to cut up that goose. Now I have goose meat. Would you like some?
Sure.
It's a little gamey. Not bad though.
I can work with that.
It is
Who's,
definitely
who's-
pungent.
Yeah, it smells rank.
Yeah, I give some to you. I give you some for that other girl. I don't know her name. I know she likes lox on rye. That's about it. She doesn't come in the shop much. You know, Pop-Pop's bad with names these days, but I'm good with faces.
Literally comes in the shop every day.
All right, I'll bring it to her. Have fun.
Tell her it's from Pop-Pop. Tell her
I-
to put some more meat on her bones.
I'll tell
She
her.
needs to eat.
He gave the beat.
Thank you. And I go back to my room.
Yeah.
With
Good night.
Good night, Pop Pop.
Sweet dreams.
You too.
Right, and if that's it for the night, then you all can take your first long rest.
Oh my
Get back,
goodness.
Wow.
get back your spells. Get back any. Francesca's finally not at 9 hit points. She goes back
I
up
know.
to 10. Marlin. The fact that Marlin has so much HP is still bonkers to me. But yeah. So realistically, how long do you think you all would sleep in after the day you've had?
I'd probably do
Oh,
last
for-
one.
I
Pops up at 6 a.m. sharp every day.
So-
I'd say I try to fall asleep for a while, and then I finally do. But then I wake up, you know, at like 3 a.m. I'm like, shit, I feel wide awake. I can't go back to sleep. So I'll just kind of like stare at the ceiling for a little bit, and I'll probably eventually just go downstairs and sit in the lobby.
So you're not
Or like,
resting?
Elves only do 4
so
hours.
I only have 4 hours.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, you kind of can, and you feel, even though you're not sleeping, once we get to the morning, you feel like you got your full 8 hours, even though you did your kind of almost half night's sleep compared to what you're used to.
Like a real college
Right.
student.
Yeah, literally, like you're doing your normal routine, but you finally feel rested. All right, so then first we'd probably have Pop getting up. You wake up. You are still in the Ye Olde Drumstick Tavern. You're not woken up. This is where you live now, and you're still there. So you go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in that kitchen and start breakfast. We got a business to run.
He's like, I work. As you come down, Bacardi goes, oh, early morning, Grazie. Good morning. How are you?
I'm here to help with breakfast.
Extra hands in the kitchen, always welcome. Come on in, come on in. She'll let you, she is full on, like, let you be like, okay, but she does. She puts you, once you get in the kitchen with her, she puts you in like the sous chef. You are not in charge. She's like, you're going to cut that and do this, and then she tells you exactly what you're gonna do.
That's fine. Popop's not mad. He loves
Yeah.
a big, strong woman telling him what to
Yeah.
do.
And
As long
yeah,
as it's not his wife.
yeah. So she'll, and then as she kind of starts, you guys start getting everything ready. And not many people come to the tavern in the morning. It's mainly just people kind of stopping in, grabbing something going. Some people sit down and have a morning ale, which is troubling, but yeah, it's slow going in the morning. Then who's the next to come down?
I probably woke up pretty early because because you know the animals rely on me.
Yeah, and you get up and get to the
Um,
shelter pretty early.
Yeah, and I start to get up, and I like half awake because I haven't had my coffee yet. Because unlike me, my character likes coffee. And just like half awake, like like the little eye crusties, just kind of like walking around and like starting to get ready, like aware that I'm still here until I like not in my own place until I walk up to the mirror, which I assume is like up above the sink, and I can't see myself because I'm so short.
There'd be like a floor-length mirror in the room too. You don't have a bathroom in your room. It's just two beds.
I assume that I just went out and found some piss.
Oh yeah, there's like the communal restroom type situation.
Yeah, because like fully half asleep.
Yeah.
And I just kind of get myself ready, go downstairs, and I'm like, what's her name? Is it Vicaria or Victoria?
Vicaria, Vicaria.
Vicaria.
Yes, dearie. You hear from the kitchen. She's like, you hear, like she's like heavy chopping, going through everything.
I need morning juice, morning brown, please, coffee.
Coffee, okay. What does it do? I can try to whip something up.
It's a drink where it wakes you up,
Okay.
like the opposite of alcohol.
Okay.
You
2
got
minutes.
anything like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she kind of makes you like a tea almost. So it does not taste like
Some-
coffee. It's definitely
Some
a tea.
tea has caffeine.
Yes, exactly. So you see her kind of grab some flowers and stuff, and I'll get it boiling. I'll start up the kettle. You just go sit down, and I'll bring it over.
Thank you, you're a peach.
Yeah, so she gets that ready. She's still chopping meat with Papa, getting everything ready. She's grilling. She's cracking eggs, eating like an army. But all right, who's next to come down?
It would be
You all.
me, because I'm last.
Oh yeah, because Rory went down. So yeah, as you guys come down in the morning, you see Rory is just like sitting at one of the tables already, and that's like even as Pop Pop gets down there, like that is you see Rory down there. You're kind of like, oh. But yeah, and then Emiliana would come down last.
I'd be in the
man.
room and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Noel, what time is it?" Start looking around. Oh shit. Oh crap. I'm still here. Oh no. She's gonna kill me. I'm dead. I'm gonna die. Okay. Just like starts having an existential crisis in the room.
All right. Well, until Emiliano comes down, the three of you kind of Vicaria will tell Pop Pop. She's like, "You can go sit down. You've been such a good help. You don't need to help anymore. Just take some food, go rest." And she kind of serves you guys breakfast, and then she goes to Pop Pop. Bishel, thank you for the meat last night. Gives a little wink and then goes back. And again, she means the gambler set. She does not mean anything lewd, but she means the 15 pounds of off-brand goose that she got finally come for her. But yeah, actually,
Emiliano comes out and his tan demeanor is like almost pale white, as if he'd seen a ghost. Where he's like, you can see utter shock on my face.
Does your face, like, do you have the face of a goat? How does, I don't
No,
really know.
I'm half man from the belly up.
Okay, so it's just
I just
the
have goat
bottom.
eyes. Okay, usually waking up from a dream within a dream should wake me up, but I'm still here. What the fuck is going on? Any answers from anybody?
Morning drink not kick in yet. Talk later.
Got it. Awesome. Great. So, Pops, if this is actually you, this is definitely an interesting. What were you going through before you came here?
Well, I wrapped up the shop for the night, and was sitting in my recliner, watching some TV, and the wife was yapping at me, and I just fell asleep.
Okay, so
I woke
we
up
might
here.
actually be in purgatory for at least you then.
Nah, this is heaven.
Rory,
I
as
cut
this
some meat with that
conversation's
beautiful woman.
happening, just because you're
7.
proficient in perception, can you make a perception check for me?
Me?
No, Rory.
Rory? Oh.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a 6.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Do you want to know? Well, okay. Is it a active perception or would it be my passive?
This would have been kind of like an active to see if you pick up on a specific thing, but you do not.
Damn, I was like, my passive perception's actually decent. But...
Yeah.
So you were just watching television and then just started zoning out. That is basically what happened to me as well. Seeing as I was listening to some student audio work and then fell asleep in a chair. So is it the chairs that are bringing us here? Is it the audio? What could it be?
My recliner is very comfortable. I wouldn't blame you for falling asleep. I sleep in my recliner every night.
You don't sleep in a bed?
And eventually I go to the bed, but it's always the recliner first. You never knock the recliner. One day you'll see, when you're my age, recliners.
I definitely enjoy
nice.
my recliner, but I don't typically sleep in it because I don't get much time to watch television. The last time I watched a show was like season 4 of Survivor, so
One day.
yeah. Well,
He's just
maybe
sitting there.
maybe when I retire from teaching, I'll be able to catch up on some good television. So maybe you can give me some recommendations.
Well, it sounds like a plan. I probably won't be around when you retire.
But then you can start writing stuff down now. I have a good backlog to catch up on.
I'll do that for you.
As you're having this conversation, kind of this skinny tall, like he's like skinny tall, like kind of that body type, elf man, dark hair. He's in like raggedy, very dark clothing, just kind of slips in between Rory and Francesca and slides in between and goes, I haven't seen you guys around here. What's y'all? What's up with y'all?
Was that English?
English?
Like, genuinely, I didn't understand a word you just said.
He said, I haven't seen you guys around here. What's your deal?
Oh.
Just gives him like a dirty look, and he's like, "Why are you getting so close to my girls?
You own
Give them
them?
some space."
Backs up space for the old man. But if where'd you say I heard Ohio? From last night, where's that?
You listening in on us on conversation?
I listen to all sorts of things. Good things you can hear just from having big old ears. More things you can get from having faces that are deaf familiar to no one.
Well, if you are hearing so much, then maybe you could enlighten us on some things you've heard around town.
Alright, I'll trade some information. What do you want to know?
Just the goings about, how to get money, easy things like that.
Well, money. I've got ways you can get some money. It depends. Are we thinking of some hardcore or some not so hardcore ideas? I could put you in touch with the right people for a price.
Are you asking
Or you
legal
could
or
just-
illegal?
Well, I don't like to throw around the legal, illegal terms. I like to think of fun and not fun.
And what's your name?
Ephraim.
Fuck you.
Spelling, please.
Ephraym.
Spelling again, please.
Phonetically.
Efraym. Ephraim. So you're looking for work? Is that you need money? I just want to know about things.
Money wouldn't be bad, seeing as we are somewhat new to this town, and our currency doesn't seem like it would work here.
What kind of currency you got? I can maybe do an exchange.
Yours seems to be made out of metal, ours is made out of predominantly paper.
Paper ain't worth shit.
Exactly. That's what I'd kind of figured when people were throwing gold around.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, gold's not that common. You don't really need silvers, the coppers, but you want to go for the gold. But money. Let's see. If we're thinking about money, if you come back here at night, there's a side door out there. You knock 3 times, you wait 2 seconds. You knock 2 more times. you can kind of come to our little special gentlemen's club. We can see kind of see how you're doing. We can talk a little bit about some jobs we got, and then we can kind of maybe get you guys off on the right foot. I mean, you got such unrecognizable faces. Who knows where you could get yourselves into?
It's definitely an interesting option.
What?
Friends.
I'm just gonna turn and give him a deadpan stare.
Emiliano or Freya?
Ephraim.
Oh, chili.
Hey,
Are you trying to use us to do your dirty work for you?
Not my work. It's very clean. Not dirty at all. I just
Insight
noticed
check.
You could insight check him.
And seeing as this is a gentleman's club, would
Don't
me
worry
and my
about it.
friend here be
Oh, don't worry about
invited?
What, sorry?
Because he said it like meeting at the gentleman's club. I was like, would me and my friend, gesturing to Fran, like, would we be able to join as well?
Oh, yeah, you guys look reliable. It just means the ones in charge are men. But that's, that kind of just how it goes sometimes.
I think he makes perfect sense in this situation. We're new here. We have to do what we can to kind of acclimate ourselves if we are going to be stuck here for a little while.
I like this one.
With my 6 insight check.
We need to be trying to find a way to get home.
Well, all I'm gonna say is I don't know nothing about Ohio. I've never heard. I don't think you're gonna find anyone with the Ohio terminology. But all I'm saying is you get your foot in the door, you put some money in our pockets, we put some money in yours, you do us a favor, we can inquire about what's going on. Maybe put out some feelers through the networks and everything we've got. Get some information back.
Meeting with potential powerful people can lead us to answers.
All I'm saying is that you guys got some new faces, haven't been seen, no records, no nothing, no history. That sounds like the perfect people to get some shit done.
I mean, that sounds super shady. But
It's daylight.
we are new in town.
Idiot.
We're inside, sir.
There's windows. Look, the sun.
Don't know her.
I don't like this. Sounds like a scheme.
Again with the harsh words. Games, shady. Why don't we just go with fun and new?
I'm not new when I don't have fun. I
You
cut
try to
meat.
have fun. Oh, cut it. Cutting meat. Now there is a market for that. I would have to make a few messages to get them out there. But all I'm saying, would you be interested? I could let someone know to be in the back room. Vicaria doesn't really know. She thinks it's book club. So she doesn't really know that we have our gentleman's club. She thinks we're all reading the nice books. So if you could just keep that on the DL. But come to our book club tonight. We could offer you some information, let you know if we have any goings-ons, comings-ons, and then we could just see how we vibe, jive, pizzazz.
Definitely an interesting
Oh.
spokesperson.
We'll get back to you on this.
Alright, well, we'll be holding the book club. Remember, knock 3 times, pause 2 times. We'll know it's you, otherwise you can't come. No password, just the knocking.
I definitely appreciate your time. Let us discuss alone, and don't listen in on the conversation, please.
Alrighty. He takes like 2 steps back.
Bam!
He kind of goes out the door.
I hated that so much. It's like when they try to sell you life insurance.
Yeah, but if we're going to be in a strange place, Shady isn't the worst place to go because they know the most about the underground and the workings of a city.
Maybe we should ask Vicaria if she knows of this person and if they're trouble. Because she seems
like
pretty nice. And if she's like, oh no, don't go to that guy's a sneaky, then maybe we avoid him. But if she's like, or yeah, then why not? But I trust Big
You've known her for one night, and you're like, I trust her with my
I
life.
trust her with my life.
I just think that we should also talk with Vicaria to see if she'd have any insight into some less shady, looking over towards Rory, things that would potentially be going on here as well.
Why'd you look at me?
You shouldn't be getting involved in shady things.
Well, that's funny. I was gonna say, if you guys do go with a big, strong woman and you, since you're a nice young man, you guys should go to the club. Because I'm old. What can I do? And that one's small. What can she do?
If Vicaria comes up with potential good things we can do, maybe you, Marlon, and Francesca, you guys could go do that while Rory and I handle the gentlemen's club down below.
Pop, you want to go pick up groceries?
Yes.
Hey,
I
Mommy.
love shopping.
Me too.
I can buy a cigar. Finally, I need a smoke.
All right, so
I don't need a babysitter.
No, you're gonna be watching for him. Have you seen the size of your muscles? They're like the size of his head.
Pop-Pop's right there.
I'm always right. I'm Pop-Pop. Pop-Pop's always right.
All right, so we got two people kind of staying maybe and talking to Vicaria, and then we've got Pop and Francesca kind of going out on the town, maybe following some, just going shopping generally.
Well, I was thinking for Vicaria, like,
Oh, for her?
yeah, like not less shady jobs. Or we can go grocery shopping.
Yeah, I thought we were talking to
Oh, yeah, if you
Victoria
want to talk,
and then...
yeah. Sorry, I
You
just-
could
The
also
other
like
two we're
see
gonna
if there's
investigate.
any like job postings out, like if they have like a town board or something.
Like in a guild.
Yeah. So yeah, if you go and talk to Vicaria, she'll go, oh, hello, I help you, what's up, friend?
You need anything done around here?
Oh, well, this little one right here kind of jostles Pop-Pop's hair. He's been helping me with so
What
much.
hair?
His bald head.
The hat.
He's been helping me so much in the kitchen. Oh, it's been lovely. And then he gave me all that free meat. Oh, he's gonna keep people fed for at least a few days. I'm trying to think anything. I mean, I do have a new apron I ordered from Madame RrazBbeerry that you guys, if you want to pick up.
We've heard about that one.
She fine craftsman, little prickly, but very good designs.
We could go do that.
Yeah, you go pick that up. I could do dinner on me.
Okay.
Not dinner. Again, I cook it. I give it to you. I don't know how this keeps happening to me. People always think that I want a little more from them, but I'm a busy woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that for you.
Oh, you're a peach.
Be right back.
She boops your nose. Yeah, so if you guys head off, that's
Okay, bye.
basically if Madame Raz is here, they're like opposite ends of this little town. So that if you want to check in with that, and you didn't ask her anything about the gentleman's club.
Well, that we were gonna go.
Trying to
do
dominate
the-
the
book club.
conversation.
No,
we
you're good.
we're the ones who were just asking about the legal jobs.
Yeah, so then she does again. She doesn't really have much. The kitchen is her main one that she can offer, but again, that would be by the day. It wouldn't be any connections. You would just be helping her in the kitchen, and she would help with room and board. And and then she said you could go pick up her dry cleaning pretty much.
Well, I assume that like we wouldn't be doing that all day every day, but just
No.
while the others are checking out the shady stuff.
Yeah,
we
but-
would be like, oh, we're being good over here.
Yeah, so you two can go kind of start that, and then while you're out, you can look if there's any postings or anything. And yeah. So if we do Rory and Emiliano want to do anything, we want to just keep with that for now.
I was going to... Rory, would you want to take a lap around the town, see how big it is, get more acclimated to the surroundings, or you want to just stay in the tavern?
Very much like to not stay in the tavern, but you have to stand 5 feet away from me
That's perfectly fine.
and not speak to me.
It's a scouting mission.
All right, so you guys kind of split off into 2 little groups of 2. If we want to first go with Pop Pop and Fran heading to Madame RrazBbeerry, and then I'll head back to you guys with the scouting. As you exit the tavern first, Fran, you see 2 dogs kind of waiting by the door, sad, hungry. The same 2 dogs from last night, waiting for more food.
I'm gonna go over to them with the meat that I got. I know it's probably not great, but it's food. Here you go, my friends.
They hungrily eat it up, and well, you now have two dogs following you around. They're gonna follow you for at least the rest of this day, because you are now a source of food for them. So, not saying they'll do anything special to help, but
no, but they're just friends.
And then, as kind of Rory and Emiliano leave, do you have anything specific you're looking for that you want to try to find in the town, or what's kind of our? I know it's a scouting mission, but what are we thinking for what we want to find, or anything?
I'm kind of looking around for labeled buildings to figure out what this town's kind of about, to try and figure out how this town functions in a sociology standpoint.
Yeah, you see like a little store as you're passing with like a little spinning hat, and it's literally just labeled Mr. Magic. That has just spinning. You see the Madame RrazBbeerry's clothing emporium. You see kind of just a general like maybe the Slaughtered Pig, really like just it's straight up, it's a butcher's called the Slaughtered Pig, and then inside there's like a dwarf man that looks just furious, just sitting there at the counter, surrounded by all these hanging animals. Kind of spooky.
Pop already got a job. Good job.
Again, similar to him, but not kind of vibes. But yeah, so those are kind of the main 3 you see at first. And then if you go to the other side of the town, that's again a slightly more wealthier area. So that's kind of where the other 2 are going. But you're kind of on the poor end. So you have like your main butcher, and then you have like a general type store that's literally labeled like general store. Like they couldn't, like it's just, yeah. Like their equivalent of a Costco or or not Costco, like a Walmart type thing, like a chain name, like just general store. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I'd be paying more attention to the people.
Yeah.
Kind of just like watching their behavior, keeping in like more just on edge, still that anxiety of I don't know where we are and I just want to go home. But seeing if anyone like looks at us a little too long just to see if people are noticing that we're new in town.
I mean, you catch a few. Can you make just a general insight check for me?
That's a... I need to add paint to this. 18.
18? You mean you see a few people, like some of the, mainly like, you know, like older people that have kind of seemed to have been in the town for a while. They kind of like look at you and they're like, they let their gaze kind of follow, but they don't do anything. But like some people are noticing like, oh wow, I haven't seen this specific pairing. And then they look less at you and more at Emiliano, because a satyr being around, it's not too common.
Just clip-clopping on the stone road.
Yeah, that's not as common as an elf. So you notice they're not looking at you as much as he's drawing attention, by just being this kind of creature that isn't as common. But yeah, and that's kind of what you notice there. Anything else we're looking for?
Like, if there's any wanted posters or any job postings.
I mean, it's a kind of a
Just a basic
small
town.
Yeah, it's not super, like, you're not in a city. This is, like, again, like, if we're thinking of size comparison, small college town size. So you have, like, a lot of more residential, like, there's residential and these few businesses kind of support this small area, but it's a very small community, and they're self-sufficient in the fact that they have, like, there's farms around the edges that have land, but there isn't much industry here. They're kind of like they kind of produce. They don't have to import much, and the main exports, I would say, would be from the tailors and maybe some of the farming stuff if they push that out. But it's not the tailors in the singular magic store are probably some of the only advanced shops you see.
I'd say probably, like, I guess if we go that way and we're kind of looping back, so probably after about an hour of just straight silence, I'm just gonna be like, so what's the plan for tonight?
We're gonna take up that shady elf on his proposition to hopefully get answers. Because wherever we are is not home. And if time passes the same, I'm dead either way.
You're telling me I haven't answered any calls in a week and a half. So, my dorm room is going to get raided. The police are going to be called. Well, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Wait, what if I can't take my finals?
I can get you a absent notice.
Have to redo English with what was it, Miss Dobbinich? I don't remember.
Dagonich, I think.
Dagonich.
Dagonich.
I hated her. I don't want to have to take her class again.
Again, if this was a TV show type setting, as you kind of talk about her, I want us to flash over to Pop and Fran as they approach Madame RrazBbeerry's tailor, and you kind of see it's this very austere. There's like gaudy gold trim. It's blues, golds. There's cloud imagery. It's meant to be very sophisticated, and everything's kind of very posh. Would be the best word for it. And you see that the door has a little bell attached to it as you come in.
Yeah, hey kid,
do you
you
go in?
think I'll find a smoke in here?
I don't know if you'll find it in here. I think she just sent us to. Maybe we can hit up the door on the way back.
Yeah,
She might have a
so.
fashion pipe. You know, one that
That will be interesting. I'd be willing to try that.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you open the door, standing behind the counter, you see an elven, or actually no, I would say she's a human woman, and she has dark hair, flicked back in a high ponytail. She's in a kind of like a nice blouse and like a kind of a pencil skirt, and she whips around. No eating in the store. And she whips, and again, you guys have no idea, but that's what she says, and she holds out like a wooden ruler. What are you here for?
We're picking up apron.
For?
Vicaria.
Vicaria. She kind of pages through her ledger. Ah, yes, right here. Oh, right, that's the south. That's not right here. Right here. Yes, I got that right here for her. Do you have payment?
No.
She didn't.
We sent to pick it up. I have goose meat.
No, she chucks the ruler at you. Very similar to what we saw with.
Do I take
Rory.
damage? I'm an old man.
She's gonna roll an attack.
Fucking dickhead. Sorry, it's not
9. 9. What's your
hit?
7 plus 2, yeah.
My AC is an 8, girl. Come on.
You take 1
I didn't know it could
damage.
be that low.
You need to die. Oh, I kind of forgot. You take 1
I
damage.
will burn the store to the ground.
She points to a sign on the wall. No eating in the store.
I literally, I hold the meat in my hand. This is such a waste. I literally throw meat at her.
As you throw it, similar to Beffrey, a spectral hand comes out in front of her and grabs it. And you notice that it's very similar to the same type of technique that Madame Raz uses.
I can do that too. I can do that too.
So now that you've seen it twice, do you conjure
Yeah.
your
Yeah, I
what
do.
does it what does your mage hand look like?
It looks like you know how when you're cutting meat you have like that chainmail? It's a big hand, or I don't know, as big as mage hand is, with covered in like spectral chainmail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you both lock the meat in the middle, and you're like, they're like arm wrestling with the meat. Excuse me, sir. Why are you breaking the rules of my store? You come here, and she looks you up and down. In shitty ass Madame RrazBbeerry clothes in my store. How dare
Hey,
you?
just wanted to pay you. That's all I have to pay with. Everyone else likes it. I cut that myself, and you're just like my wife. I don't like you. I just want to pick up the apron and leave. You stop your nagging, woman. I just want my apron. You better stop that right now.
She dismisses her mage hand and goes, you tell Vicaria she owes me. She comes tonight with payment.
Yeah, whatever, nagging woman. I don't want to hear it. Just give me the apron.
But yeah, so just as she hands you the apron begrudgingly. But yeah, you notice that, like, again, the slicked back hair, high ponytail, blouse, and a tight, like, fitted type skirt. Not the same outfit we've seen, but very similar type of vibes. And you guys don't know this person, but just keep those details in mind.
Are they twins?
You don't know the other person. I'm
Well,
just
the other
describing.
one was a water
I thought
genasi.
Well, she
Right?
looks related to Madame RrazBbeerry. I would say you
my
see a
God.
resemblance in their
Half
faces,
sisters?
but you don't. I mean, if you want to make an insight check,
Yeah, sure.
you can both make one, or one of you can give each other the help.
I'm good.
I'll give you
what's
help.
that?
Yeah.
Well, that was a 16 plus 4.
So that's a dirty.
That's
20,
already a
but
20.
You can roll with advantage because Fran's giving you the help action.
Shoot. And that's a 4.
We'll take the
Plus
dirty
4.
20.
So I'll take the dirty 20.
From what you can think of, you see the similar magic type of thing. You see a similar facial structure, but again, she's much more serious. But I would say you were right on with the half siblings. This one, she doesn't have the flirtation. She's so overly put together. Whereas Madame RrazBbeerry was kind of flirtatious, drunken, fun character. She is a serious, cold type woman.
Thank you for your business, but your sister's nicer than you, so we'll probably go back to her store since it's better than yours anyway.
She kind of takes her mage hand and pulls at your garment slightly. Kindness doesn't make quality.
In my life, it's not the quality that matters. It's how nice you are to people. And clearly you have no customers here.
But lots of money.
And what does that get you? A sad, miserable life. I'm fucking roasting this bitch into the ground. She struck a pop-up nerve.
Again, she looks you up and down. She kind of huffs a little bit.
Yeah.
I tried to see if I could get anything out of an insight check.
Yeah,
for you,
no. Not
but
from
no,
pop-up.
she got a 6. So she looks at you up and down. Out of this store.
My pleasure. Come on, Francesca. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Bye.
But yeah, as you
No.
leave, you do see she has very similar clothes, whereas when you were in Madame RrazBbeerry shop, it was like there was not a single garment that was the same. They were all different and weird, and some, like the sleeves were kind of mismatched, but they would still... She has like 4 to 5 types of designs that she just has in different colors that are all identical and organized and neat, and it's definitely not as eclectic as the other one. But hers are uniform, and they do, I will give her, they do seem to be sturdier. They're just not as fun.
You know, that mass-produced stuff that Madame RrazBbeerry's got nothing on that Madame RrazBbeerry, you know?
Yeah, for once I have to agree with you. I don't know what Riz is, but I don't like that woman. I'll never step foot in there again. She has lost my business.
Agreed. Although I didn't know we disagreed before.
She insulted Pop. No, people only get to insult Pop once, never again.
No, I meant me and you. You're like, this time... never mind, Pop-Up. You're doing good. I just learned not to fight with the old. Anyway,
Okay.
because it was like, I don't know, you were like, for once I agree. I don't remember disagreeing.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
Okay.
that's your...
Okay.
Now you've met the 2 dueling tailors, and you kind of see why they have their differences. And who knows? Maybe you'll relay this information, and we'll see. But that is the Madame RrazBbeerry kind of shop, and it's, again, it's, the quality is there, but it's just there's no life in it really. It's very boring. She probably does with that. Would you get on the insight? A dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like she has skill, but there's no like love in her craft.
Noted.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you get. But you have the apron. It's a very quality. It's very sturdy, and it looks like it's tailored to fit Becaria's larger frame perfectly. But yeah, so again, the skill is there. But again, it's boring. It's basic black. The ropes are, and it has this little ropes in a front pocket. No special stuff.
Ay vey. I have a migraine.
But all right, and then that side note, we'll flash back to Emiliano and Rory just kind of as they were talking about Professor Dagonage.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that not a lot of time will be passing if we do go back. Because, I don't know about you, life was better not here. I'd prefer having not as hairy legs.
Maybe it'll be better here.
Yeah, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but having a wife to return to definitely gives incentive to go home.
Well, at least one of us has a life back home. I don't want to go back to college.
You're not the first sibling to say that.
Not what Daniela said.
And are we all kind of just making our way back to the
Yeah, probably
tavern? I would say, like, again, between trying to look around town, having some time, like we're not at evening just yet. We're like late afternoon, so you could kind of rest. But you do see as you're coming back in, a few like gentlemen in similar like darker clothes are going into that back room and just like bringing in some boxes, getting some chairs set up. And they're just kind of setting up that back room, and Macaria's like, "Have fun with book club, gentlemen! Oh, I love when men are intellectual and read. Look at them go!"
Oh, can I stop by the general store on the way back
Yeah.
and see if they have any pipes for Papa?
Any pipes? Yeah. So you get in there. Again, the door. They all have like little bells. That's like this town seems to always. They want to know when people are entering their store. So they're like, ding, 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 ding. Hello there. Hello. This little halfling girl pops up. She goes step up onto her ladder behind the counter. Hey, how you doing, baby?
I also just like gesture for Emiliano to stay outside, and like the customer service waitress face comes on. Hi, I was wanting to see if you had a pipe anywhere here. One of my friends back at the inn forgot his, and he gets really cranky when he doesn't have a smoke.
Let me look in your back. Hold on. I got. Well, what do we think? Are we thinking expensive? How expensive are you thinking, honey?
Just the plain is fine. I actually was in the group with the people who killed the Gamblesnach.
Oh my goodness! What strong young. Well, one of them's not that young. He's a little elderly, but you're the strong with the big sword. Oh my goodness! Look at you.
I'm getting it for the sweet old man who cast the very big fire thing.
Oh, he's a proficient mage, that one. Oh my goodness, the big fire blast. Oh, well, here's the thing. I'll give him, not a good one, but a shitty one. And I'll give him one little thing. And she has like little, like, kind of like tobacco-esque leaves. She's like, I'll give you this. Now, again, fair warning, smoking is bad for you. It's highly addictive. So if he starts, it's gonna be hard for him to stop. But again, that's more money for me. So.
Don't worry, I'll let him know where I got it from. And
I
think he'll kick the can soon anyway, so I don't think addiction is his worst problem.
Oh, well, that's a morbid thought.
Who knows? Do dwarves live quite a long time?
Pretty long. Do you know how old he is?
No clue.
Oh, well, he could have anywhere from 10 to 100 years left, I mean, give or take.
That's a lot of business for you, isn't it?
Exactly. You've got that business savvy mind about you, babes. She kind of.
What's your name? You're
Darla.
quite charming. Darla?
Yep.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Rosemary.
to meet you. Rosemary. That's a beautiful name, baby. Oh my goodness. Was that type of flower? Rosemary plant? What's that from?
It's a type of herb. I don't know if you guys have that here. But it's green, and you usually use it in like soups. Although they kind of stick in your teeth a little. If they're dried, they're kind of pokey.
Interesting. I'll have to see if I can get my hands on some of that. I've never made anything with that before. But that sounds like pokey. That's a fun texture, little pokey. You never know how that's gonna go. But all right. Well, you tell. What was the older gentleman's name?
We could just call him Pop Pop.
All right. We're never gonna use his real name ever again. Well, you tell Mr. Pop Pop that whenever he needs a little itching, little fix, he can come back on by Darla's General Store and he can pop on in. I'll hook him up with the good stuff for the shitty pipe.
Thank you so much, Darla. It was lovely meeting you.
Absolutely. Now, you have a wonderful day, darling. You tell me if you need anything else, but not that much, because as you see, our shelves are pretty basic. But if you need anything that's on these shelves, I'll be happy to help you out.
Thank you, and I'll offer her just like a little bow before I head out.
She bows back. All right. Have a nice afternoon, evening.
As soon as the door shuts, immediately just deadpan face.
Yeah, going outside, Emiliano's talking to just one of the random people. So, what is your job in this little town?
farmer.
Okay, and what is it that you produce for the people that live here?
Crops.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Do we want to head back to the tavern and potentially talk with the other two about tonight's festivities, or going to keep the
'cause I think
silent
you guys were
treatment going?
You guys were heading back, but we stopped in the general store just kind of to get that pipe.
Did we decide that all 4 of us were gonna go to the meeting, or did we decide that only the 2 of us were gonna go?
That's what we can discuss.
I mean, yeah, you guys have to kind of figure that out. When Fran and Marlon got back, you were seeing them kind of start to set it up, but it didn't seem ready yet. So you have some time to kind of figure out how many you want to go. You kind of have a little bit of time to debrief, get what you want to say down, all that before you go.
And it's underneath the tavern?
It's like a side door. You don't know if it goes down. You saw them setting up stuff in a room that's kind of to the side. And you don't know if it goes lower, but right now it looks like a side room.
Perfect.
As soon as we walk in, I'll just hand the pipe to Pop Pop.
Hit my fucking elbow on the chair. Give me a second. I'm recovering. I took fucking damage.
The other one damage.
Thank you so much, Jai. Get down. Hand me the pipe. And he holds it out. This is a good specimen of a pipe. He had one just like this way back in the day. Yeah, this is a good one. He like gives it a. Well, yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
It smells refreshing. The herbs and everything you got, they smell very refreshing. They kind of like
So
clear out your sinuses a little bit, but yeah.
Can I like do a little flame on my finger and just like that?
What
I'm
do
a
you
wizard.
have? Well, yeah, but what do you have in your spell?
I have
mean,
control,
you have control
flames.
so I mean it has to be
Wait, we're at the tavern, right? There's like a fire going,
I would
right?
say you can pull flames off the fire if you would like
let's
to.
go. Yes, I will take a little pinch of that little fire there and just put it right in the pipe and just start
And
having a good old
it's like
time.
a little head high, a little bit of energy boosting. Like you just kind of feel more alert, more awake.
That is the spot. Thank you, darling. You're a lovely little girl.
He like sits on a chair and he's like having a great time.
Yeah.
If we want to discuss the potential book meeting tonight, if we all want to go to see the riskiness of the book business, we absolutely can. But if not all of us want to go, that's perfectly fine. I'm definitely interested in taking a peek.
I'm not letting you go by yourself.
I would hope not.
Well, yeah, I had an eventful day. I yelled at a woman. I'm just too cranky right now. I really think I should stay behind.
Alright.
Well, at least if something goes wrong and we don't return, at least somebody would know where we were and where to potentially look for us.
Yes, if you want us to have a certain amount of time before you get interested in going, potentially.
Is that English?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, if we go and we don't come back within an hour, then you go and explore to make sure we're okay.
If I have to, I can do that.
Do you want someone to stay behind with Pop-Pop and make sure that he doesn't fall asleep?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I would never do that. I had no idea what you're talking about.
So I'm a little worried if he smokes too much of that pipe that he may be.
Yeah, I'm right here. You can talk to me. I'm right here. Don't gotta talk about me like that.
I'll trip sit him.
Perfect.
All right. So,
He's fucking ignoring me.
so we have Fran and Pop-Up staying out, and then Rory and Emiliano will probably go in and see what's going on with this little book club. That would be not a bad spot to end. Right? So that's our plan. We can kind of think that through and get that. We can start there next time, and yeah.
Sounds good
It's
to me.
so weird doing short sessions.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, can basically get that going. Yeah, so we'll touch on that next time. We'll probably just fast forward to right when the book club starts, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time for episode 3 of Practical Magic.
Bye-bye.